How would I go about arm wrestling the king?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, like just a friendly... Just a friend. I don't like that. I'm sorry. That was so aggressive. Just like some friendly arm wrestling. That's all. Maybe after. Don't look at me like
apparently
that.
He does this wherever he goes. He just wants to. He just likes arm wrestling.
What up? Welcome to Forge of Lore, where we tell stories through Dungeons and Dragons, folks. We need your help. Nominations are currently open for the Crit Awards, the awesome organization for creator recognition and TTRPGs. Here's the thing, though. We don't really care about getting a piece of paper that says we're the best at something. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Too bad. No, we want to use this opportunity to grow our community and meet even more amazing people just like you. So do us a favor and head to the link in the description or type !awards in chat on Twitch and take a moment to nominate us for the awards. Categories we're asking for your consideration are in Best Series, Villain, Minni, Upcoming YouTube Channel, Upcoming Twitch Channel, Character Artist, the lovely Emmy, of course, Map Designer, this guy, Tech Producer, myself for this complicated streaming setup, and Best Overlay, because come on guys, isn't this amazing? We've set up a channel in Discord, discord.forgeoflore.com, to help with filling out the form, so head over there and let us know that you submitted our names. Emmy, did you have something real quick?
Yes, I just wanted a quick merch update. So I have added Gunny's merch shirt. His symbol shirt has been added. We also have Needs More Cheese, which is an awesome shirt. And
it is. It's sick. I want one.
We've got some new tote bags with character art on them, and there was one other thing. Oh, Not That Kind of Show shirt, which is a little bit of an updated version of the last design. So yay!
It's
Check
pretty
it out.
sick. It's pretty sick.
And a lie.
Links in the description. All right. Meanwhile, I'm gonna nominate that we play some D&D. Roll it.
Let's fucking do
Josh, do you have your dice?
Do you guys remember when you had a going away party? Gunny got crunk! Nifrim did some betting. Marcus got screwed by Loki. Thanks, Viv. And Cedric was obviously more strong than everyone! Your group arrived here in Smeatheim to confront Andvari Tierson, a prominent member of the Munadir and the orchestrator of Ragnarok, wherein they activated a giant robot to destroy the city of Jotunn Slayers, to spark a war between the nations of Thorn. Having done that, you uncovered documented evidence of his involvement in Ragnarok, as well as a little information about where Gunny came from. Afterward, you did some tinkering, making weapons that can do extra damage to robots, and headed over to the tavern for an arm wrestling competition that Cedric totally won, and an impromptu going away party for Gunny.
Nice.
And you also came to Smeatheim to find an old Valkyr facility that houses a terminal, which is one of two, that you need to activate in order to shut down the AI being Minni, who's the one who founded the Munadir group and orchestrated all their plans. So, as morning arrives in Smeatheim, you have a choice in front of you. Head to the Valkyr facility to face Minni, or take the evidence you collected to one of the kings in order to stop the war. And that is where our story continues!
Woo!
What up? So,
Sorry, go ahead.
morning arrives. Of course,
So
you
long
guys, your hotel room doesn't have any windows or anything because it's an underground parking garage, converted. But you guys wake up. Gunny, surprisingly not hungover, thanks to Marcus. And Let's see. I don't think anyone else drank considerably, so they're probably all feeling pretty good.
I just have a
this morning.
tiefling muscle mommy.
Yep. Who
Noise.
bids you adieu in the morning
Noise.
and makes the walker shave.
Wonderful.
She doesn't know shame, all right?
No judge.
So Nifrim is probably up and at it first, like down into the like main area. Is it like an area for eating, or what are we looking at?
No, there's not a tavern attached to this. There's just the lobby, which was kind of the entrance. Unfortunately, there's no. This is all just rooms down in a parking garage.
Okay. So I'll just wait in that area until the guys get down there.
All right. Sorry, let me bring this up. Anyone else doing anything in the morning?
No, not me.
I'm gonna wake up. Gunny's going to wake up in sheets in a bed, reluctant to try to get out of that. Just after a great night's sleep, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna look around, and he's gonna jump on the bed for probably about 5 minutes straight, like a little kid. And once he gets done, he's going to, I believe you had described that the rooms had like bottles of wine or like a mini bar in there.
Yeah, essentially a couple bottles of wine. Very nice.
I'm putting that in my bag of holding
Of course.
for later.
Marcus?
Do I hear him jumping up and down on the bed?
Oh my god.
Probably not.
I wanted to yell
well,
at him like he was a little kid.
Tell you what, give me a perception.
Oh my god, is he gonna be your new son? He's older than you.
Well, I thought he was gonna
16
die
plus 4, so 20.
20. You hear some commotion as you kind of exit your room and into the hallway. You definitely hear commotion from his room, and as you kind of go up to the door and put your ear to it, yeah, it does sound like bouncing on the bed.
Be careful in there, you'll fall down and break your neck.
Get away from my minis, you're gonna wreck them.
Then I just stopped.
I'm gonna yell back. A little privacy. You don't know what's going on in here.
True.
All you hear is just a bed squeaking.
Ooh.
All
So
right.
Gunny comes out all
He
alone,
could
and
still fall and
Marcus is
break
like,
his neck.
I'm probably take like before I come out, I probably took the opportunity to get cleaned up.
Yep, there's a wash
The
basin in there.
facilities and everything. Not that the shop didn't have something for me to use, but I just being able to use something that's not a community shower was pretty nice.
Yep. Yeah, there's
Nice.
a nice, it's not a shower, but there's a nice wash basin in there. Plenty of water and cloths, washcloths, and towels. You do a good job cleaning yourself up, getting rid of that grease that's probably been on there for days. And you all meet in the lobby. Turn in your keys.
well, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Morning.
So, are we
Hello.
ready to do, the thing with the, shutting down stuff?
Well, I'm down.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what's the better point of action right now? I mean, if we try to take this to any of the leaders, we could end the war and stop the bloodshed. We have all the opportunity.
We've tried that a few times.
We have all the opportunity to try to shut this down afterwards.
Well, that's true.
People are just dying all the time.
We have been denied several times by higher-ups not being believed. We've had very poor luck, but Gunny does make a good point.
I mean,
Well,
we got
we
the
have-
evidence this time.
we have hard evidence. That's true. Maybe it's time to talk to Tollak again?
Or the Elf King.
Well, we do have a rapport with Tollak, and he did mention, if we ever found any hard evidence, we told him we'd bring it to him. But, I mean, would we know if Tollak is still in Groenn Hofn, or would he have followed the raids?
King doesn't usually go on the raids. He usually orchestrates from a base, usually the capital city, but that was destroyed.
Womp womp.
You know that he was in Groenn Hofn. Actually, Gunny, you do know he's in Groenn Hofn. Because you've heard of travelers from there talking about how he gives daily morning addresses, updates on the war, inspiring speeches, and he orchestrates the war from Groenn Hofn.
Yeah, he is in that grain place. He's at that one place with the grains, Groenn Hofn.
Groenn Hofn. Oh, so he's still there.
As far as I know, yeah.
And let's see, we have, for the teleportation device, the circle scanner, the closest thing, I believe, is Frey's?
I believe you have a circle for Groenn Hofn.
It does not seem so in my notes.
Really?
We have Colburn Estate, Midgard, Thrutheimer, Nagelfar, Smeatheim, Gnafa, Frey's, and Holdheim.
Okay, at Groenn Hofn. I meant to put it on there.
Whoops.
Yay.
Okay. All right. So we do have a circle for Groenn Hofn. Do we want to go there today?
Indeed.
We
Sure.
can use the teleportation device once daily. So once we're there, we have to spend the night there.
I've got an idea. Okay, so would the Valhalla have, with that teleportation circle in the shop,
Ooh,
would they have capabilities
access?
of teleporting to those other areas? Could we teleport with the Valhalla teleportation to Groenn Hofn? That way we still have a charge, we could teleport somewhere else.
They do have a outgoing teleportation circle.
Perhaps we can speak to those in the Golden Hall then, and maybe hitch a ride? If they'd let us, I don't know if they would.
I mean, I'm heading out. I'm pretty sure they'd just send me wherever I wanted to go.
Well, if you've got the pool, perhaps this is our best option.
I mean, I might have to clean one more toilet, but come on.
I think you've cleaned
It's
plenty.
worth it.
You have cleaned plenty from what it sounds like. All right, then to the Golden Hall, if we have no more business in Smeatheim.
I don't.
No.
Nah, I think we're good to go.
At this point, the
pretty much said all
tiefling
my
walks
goodbyes
past.
last night.
Yep.
I'm telling Bodil.
I slapped
Tell
Sideric on
him
the
what?
back
Who's Bodil?
Noise.
Oh, me and Bodil go way back. I'll tell you some stories about her.
By way back, he means like 2 months tops.
Oh no, we have a huge
Oh.
history together. I got lots
One
of
of those.
stories.
All right.
It's about this time, Nifrim, you receive a message in your brain. Good morning, Nif. Miss you already. Did you find Envari? Been helping Yorog with the research. This code is unlocking a lot of information. Stay safe.
Okay, I'm going to, in my mind, reply back. Found Anvari. He's dead now. That was fun. Spoke to Minni. Still a bitch. Off to speak to Tollak.
Nice.
Miss you too.
That sends off. All right, so to the Gold Hall.
Yeah.
All right, Sideric, give me a con save with advantage.
Sideric, would you like me to carry you?
Oh man, not a good start. I got a 13.
A 13? Yeah, you kind of have to walk on the edges of your feet after it for a moment. It really hurts. Not quite enough to damage. 13 is the DC of damage, so just barely made it. And you guys head into the Golden Hall, the headquarters of the local Veralder Smither.
Sideric, next time would you like me to carry you over the pavement or whatever it is?
No.
Okay.
So
Hey, Randall. Hey, Randall.
What? Oh, hello, Gunny.
Hey, is the teleportation circle available?
Yes, I believe so. No one's using it currently. It's all charged. Why do you ask?
Well, you've heard probably from everybody, and as well as myself. I'm just going to repeat it, that I'm heading out. But we're wanting to make a stop at Groenn Hofn, and I just wanted to see if there was one last thing you guys could do for me. If we could use that to hop on over there.
Well, go ahead and give me persuasion with advantage.
I was gonna say, can I help with that or do it?
If you say something to help him, you could give him advantage.
Let's hear. It would be most appreciated if you lent us your aid.
I mean, he already had advantage, but thanks. I just wanted to see what you'd say.
I just wanted to do it.
I did have advantage?
11.
Yeah,
Yes, you have advantage.
Because you work here, or worked.
Oh. Well, that went from a 17 to an 18.
Ooh.
17 to an 18. Nice. Okay, so...
Since I have no
I suppose, yes, we have plenty of charges. Shouldn't be a problem. Do you know where it is, I suppose? Good luck out there, Gunny.
Well, thank you. I hope you guys get along without me.
He doesn't need
Sure,
luck. We have the gods on our side.
Sure, of course. Of course.
Yes.
So, Gunny, you lead them back into the workshop where there is a device on the back wall that controls the teleportation circle. It has many locations in it.
Many locations?
Oh my god. One of which is Groenn Hofn. Let me check down here. Where is yeah, okay. So you bring up the control interface, select Groenn Hofn, and a loading bar starts. It takes a minute. So, anything you want to do during that minute, or you sit there and look at each other awkwardly?
So have you guys used these before? Because this is the first time.
Oh yeah, they're fun. Just brace yourself.
Ooh, hydrate.
And you know that the first thing you want to do before teleporting is to take a drink, because it can be a bit dehydrating. Go on, Reds.
Yes, I just spilled everywhere. That's fantastic.
Sick.
At least it's water.
Who says? It's a clear liquid. It could be anything.
That's true. It could be vodka tea.
So,
Tequila tea?
Yeah.
Is that just tea?
Drink
Tequila tea.
responsibly, kids.
Tequila?
It's just tea. It's tequila.
Oh, please don't hurt me, Viv. Don't hurt my heart. Anyway.
So, the
Baby,
loading
don't
bar
hurt me.
fills up, and you've got 6 seconds to step on the circle as it lights up on the floor.
As Nifrim goes through, she goes, oh shit, where's him? Just kidding.
Backpack.
All right, Gunny, just follow our lead. And just...
So, stepping through.
You're not just gonna push me through.
I mean, I can if you're afraid.
No, I got this, and I'm just kind of like, and I just go.
Marcus believes in body
I just walk
autonomy.
by and bump you into it.
Oh my god. No, he doesn't.
So, You instantly travel from Smíðaheim all the way east to Groenn Hofn.
Ooh. Does this mean a
you-
scenery change?
Once again, as you step on the circle, it is instantaneous. 1 microsecond, you're in the Veralder Smither workshop. The next, you're somewhere else.
Ooh.
Oh,
You find
that
yourselves
feels much better.
oh boy.
in a
Breathe,
cooler room.
breathe.
Well, actually, it's about the same because the Golden Hall was
Air
air
conditioned.
conditioned. And you find yourself in a medium-sized room. It's about the size of a bedroom. It's, about a dozen feet by a dozen feet or so. And
I'd take a night of drinking before I do that again. Ooh.
yeah, it's
come on, it wasn't that bad.
You get used to it.
Used to it.
Nice.
That
James,
thing's-
buy me a Coke.
Fuck.
So you, first thing you notice about this room is it's empty. Metal walls, and a big, steel door.
Would I have
Nothing else?
known the process for
Like
the
where it
Veralder
goes?
Smither? No, as far as the protocol of going and coming.
Yeah, usually they phone ahead. Or send ahead.
So
but
would
it's okay.
Randall have sent ahead since I asked him?
Nope.
Is it a bank holiday or are we going to be stuck here all
He's a bit
weekend?
mad about the plumbing issue yesterday.
Even on 18.
But over the door, you see a logo. A logo with the gear. And the letters CTR. And next to the door, heavy metal door, you see a keypad.
Hello? No one? I would like to investigate this keypad.
Taking a look at it, you don't even need to roll. This is a very familiar keypad. You've seen plenty. This is the standard kind of pad that CTR uses.
All right.
For security, and you also know the one of the main codes for it.
I do?
Mm-hmm.
Is it 1, 2, 3, 4?
It is. No.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
666.
Nice.
I am going to attempt to type in the code, hoping and praying, fingers crossed. Hopes and prayers do so much, so.
Here. And the door unlocks.
That was a blast beat. All right. Everybody be cool. We didn't let them know we were coming, so hopefully nobody gets angry.
I mean, I
How could
can get
anybody be
angrier.
angry at us?
Well, if that's a
Well, is-
CTR, I mean, you could always just
Crash Team Racing.
tell everybody who you are.
That's true. I'm gonna peek out
Seems
the
to be
door.
something you do.
As you peek out the
Fuck
door,
you.
you see a workshop. Not too dissimilar from the one you left, but you recognize the layout for sure. This is
Probably-
a CTR workshop.
Probably should have asked before. Is there a oh my god.
Camera?
The Tinkerer group.
Oh.
The Veralder Smither?
Yes, I kept thinking Smíðaheim. Is there a Veralder Smither thing here? They must have like a headquarters here, right?
There is a group here. That it's much smaller than the Smíðaheim. But there is a clubhouse here. Yeah, you've never been.
So, we
you've only heard about
teleported
it.
to a CTR workshop, not a Veralder Smither workshop.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk out like I know what I'm doing.
I wanna take a perception and see if there's any cameras within eyesight.
Go
What's
ahead.
going on?
Can I also do that? A perception check?
Yes, anyone who wants.
Samesies.
Do it.
Oh, that
Them
22.
numbers.
Oh,
22.
well,
Oh yeah.
10.
19.
10. 19. Yeah, feels
22
good.
as well.
22. Yeah, none of you see cameras. Gunny and Sideric, you actually notice mounting plates for cameras and like kind of the kind of stems of them, but the cameras seem to have been removed.
Oh.
Yes, bitch.
It seems that your brother
Erling probably
has-
put an order through.
Yep.
That means he can't see everything either.
Looking around,
Right.
you also see someone working in the
Or
workshop.
Hertha.
You see an elven man working away, kind of a little bit heavier set, got this like kind of leather apron on, doing some metal work, doing some welding with a kind of a welding helmet on. It's
Have
you see
they-
the sparks, and the sparks stop, and he lifts the helmet and turns to you. Hello.
Hello.
Can
Hey,
I help you?
Yes. We are here to speak
Yes,
to
I see
King
that.
Tollak.
Well, he's
Hello?
He's not here.
In
Not
the
in
room.
this room. No.
Right. No, we're going to go find him.
Did you come from the circle?
Yes.
Did
Yeah.
you schedule it?
No. Well, I figured I
No,
wouldn't
it was an
need to.
impromptu.
Oh,
We came from Smileheim.
I'm going to have to talk to my superior and report this.
Well,
who's
This is
would I know
unacceptable.
who this? Would I know who the
do you know who
superior
this is?
for there is?
Do you know
I'm
who? Do you know who
CTR
this
not.
is?
What? No, sorry. Who is this?
I mean, take a good look at her.
my brother Erling sent me. I'm Nifrim Colburn.
Oh, Miss Colburn. I see. Apologies. Yes, of course. Sorry. Yes, apologies. Sorry.
It's all right. You're just doing your job.
Did not recognize you. We've never met. My name is Edison. I work here for, well, I suppose for you. So sorry. Didn't mean to be rude.
No.
So happy to have you. Do you need anything?
No.
Sorry.
No. Edison.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
For doing your job. For making sure that we were not intruders of a negative variety. You know, that's what you're meant to do. Then well done.
Oh, of course, ma'am. Yes. You're. Of course, ma'am. You're welcome. And kind of does an awkward bow.
Oh no! Please don't do that.
Can I
all right.
do any? Do you
I
need
also bow
anything?
back to him.
Yeah, he bows again.
I bow again.
Anyway, so do you
What are we doing?
can I help you, ma'am?
No, we just need to see our way out. We must find the king to speak with him. Would you have any idea where he might be located on this fine morning?
Oh,
He's gonna call you mom again.
the king, of course. Of course, ma'am. The exit's straight through here. Yes, King Tollak, it should be nearly time for his morning address.
Oh, dresses.
At the Longhouse.
All right.
To give an update on the war. He has those
Nothing
every
like
morning.
a dramatic entrance.
Wonderful.
Of course. So,
Thank you so much, Edison. We will leave you to what you were doing. I apologize for any inconvenience, and we'll
no
probably
apology
be back later.
What's the
Excellent.
weather outside?
It's frightful.
It's a bit dreary, a bit rainy, but not bad, not bad. You should be all right.
Oh. Thank goodness.
Yes.
I do love the rain.
All right. Well, the exit here. Let me lead you out.
Thank you, Edison.
Desert heat.
Thank you.
Of course, and leads
Thank
you
you.
to. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Mom. Yes, of course,
Yes, Mom.
Yes, ma'am. Of course, ma'am. Right this way, please. And leads you kind of to the side of the shop to a big, heavy door. Clunk. Open, like, it opens with a very heavy sounding locking mechanism. Yeah, Marcus?
Like, when we actually go see Tollak, like, are we gonna do it, like, in the middle of his speech?
No.
Oh, hell yeah.
God,
Interrupt the
no.
king's
Or,
speech?
or like, are
Why
we
not?
gonna patiently wait until after his speech is done and then be like,
All right.
"Yo,"
So I'm
The truth
thinking.
waits for nothing.
because I don't want to get killed.
I'm thinking that we go ahead and speak to Tollak after his morning address. To not be rude, we don't have the best reputation
I
with
mean, I
this
could
man.
totally beat him in arm wrestling, so...
I know you
guys
could,
don't have the
Cedric.
best. You guys have talked to him before, and you don't have the best reputation.
Well, you see,
He's just a little
it's a long story.
bull-headed.
Well, I mean, what would a fresh face do
Well, I think.
for him?
Well, okay, all right. And Nifrim is going to tell Gunny, once we've left the workshop, she is going to tell him the entire story with Tollak and how he just hasn't been the biggest fan. But in the end,
You explain
do have
how
a rapport.
paranoid he is.
yes, we do have a rapport with him, so I think that it's best that we are there. Even if he has negative feelings about us, he at least knows who we are. And we are following up with a promise that we made, which was to bring him hard evidence of our claims.
We also may have gotten one of his advisors.
What? Can't
Bring
hear
that mic
you.
in a
Your
bit.
noise gate is.
We may have, inadvertently gotten one of his advisors killed.
That's not our
did?
fault.
Oh, well, no, it was inadvertent, and also that person
what I
worked for
said.
Minni.
I would just not mention that, because we weren't there
Maybe
when
not
they died.
say anything about that. I have my I have my guesses
I'm sure
about
he
who
doesn't
might
like
have been involved.
surprises.
Yeah,
I
mean,
just
not even
wanted to be,
ask how
upfront with Gunny about something that might come up.
Well, Gunny was there when we learned about the Owlin, but also didn't know who she was. Anyway, yes, I
Just
think
connecting dots.
we should let Tollak speak, do his morning address, and then approach afterwards to be less irritating. Right?
Okay.
Always find people easier to talk to after they've had a good hearty meal.
A good morning address. Is morning address a euphemism for taking a poo after you've had your coffee?
No,
haven't
I
had
said
my
it's a
morning
hearty
address.
meal. I said
No,
a
I
hearty
know.
meal.
No, I'm talking about what I said.
Oh,
I'm saying that in the work chat going forward. Time for my morning address. I'll be
I
back.
haven't had my morning address yet.
we're switching Constitution to address.
I'm just going to continue to, pretend like I'm not Marcus until he asks. Because he has never seen me in this armor.
You still have the same
This
face.
isn't Marcus. This is Farkas.
This is Farkas. It's Barkus.
Marcus.
So as you
Henry
guys head
has
out,
turned into someone else.
It's Larkus.
you guys, as you head out of the shop, you do, you're splashed with a bit of rain, very light. It's rather refreshing after the desert. Yeah, Gunny, there would occasionally be monsoons. So really all you've ever experienced is either blaring heat or torrential downpour.
So light rain
You've never been sprinkled upon.
Do you want to be?
Look, is this gonna get worse?
This
don't
is not
know
a golden
if,
stream.
No, don't worry. It's just a little rain. The only thing it really affects is Emmy's bed. Don't worry about it.
What?
I mean, Nifrim's bed.
Who's Emmy?
My other girlfriend.
Guys, I don't sleep in the
Cedric might have had
desert
too much to
sand.
drink.
She's another tiefling I know.
Not another Goliath.
No.
Okay.
Now.
Yes,
So,
we'll make our
as
way
you-
to the longhouse.
As you explain all this, you're traveling through the city. Again, very nice harbor city. Buildings predominantly, that's the word, made of wood and stone, thatched roofs, brightly colored trim, heavily influenced by Norse. You see all kinds of carvings and runes down like along the buildings. And you head towards the center of the city. Yeah, Marcus.
After we're done with Tollak, should we also seek out the Silent Sveit and update them on our progress?
I don't think that's a bad idea, since we sort
Since
of...
we're in the neighborhood and we know they
yes,
have
and-
offices here.
Gunny doesn't know
The
about
Silent
that either.
Spit?
The Silent Spit.
Gunny, give me a history check.
Silent Spit!
You know, the silent spit.
The
That
Silent
was a natural
Fate?
20.
You've definitely
Plus 5,
heard
so that's
of the
25.
Silent Spate as a
Silent Spate.
kind of worldwide assassin
Silent
guild. You know their whole
Saint.
deal. You've heard lots of stories about them. Maybe even Verald or Smeether maybe even dealt with them a time or two. You know that they're kind of like a mob, but if mobs were doing good for the world, bending the laws and stuff for
They're vigilantes,
the
baby.
betterment. Yeah, pretty much.
Baby.
Yeah, you've definitely heard of the Silent Spate. It's rather surprising these folks have have direct dealings. It sounds like they're pretty close with them.
Well, not so close as much as we are working toward the same goal. They know about Minni, and they want to stop her. They had a lot of people in Jotunn that were killed, unfortunately. I just noticed the water is moving in the background, Steve.
How amazing is that? I did that! How cool! Look at it!
Wow.
Oh, wow!
It's so subtle, and it looks so good! Turbulent
How dope,
displacement.
right?
Turbulent displacement. Sorry.
Just saying, we deserve best overlay, don't we, folks? Anyway, pretty
Because
words.
we got multiples, and they're
Check
really
the
pretty.
description. Check the
Can I
description.
say that? Have I made
Yeah.
them? Anyway, yeah. So you know, it's a tentative relationship, but we've only dealt with the good part of it. So I'm sure there's
They also helped us with another mob, so
another what?
Oh,
another
yeah?
mob.
What
They've helped you with
Oh,
another,
yes, the
another
Kelris.
thing too.
in Midgard? They helped us.
They seem up, they seem pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely want to keep them updated on our goings on. The information that we need to relay to Tollak as well. I'm sure they would be very pleased to learn of this.
They've always been fair with us, so we should be fair with them.
I agree.
It sounds like a plan. I guess we just need to get through. Sounds like we need to get through Tollak first.
Yep, let's do that.
So, you guys approach the town square. You see the very large longhouse in the shape of an overturned warship. You still see the banner hanging across above the doors saying Jotunn Slayers will be avenged. And something that's new, though, is in front of the longhouse is a sort of stage that the townspeople are currently gathering around. You assume this is where he's gonna give his speech.
I'm gonna take a place
Should we
in
heckle
the
him?
crowd. No, Cedric. And I'm gonna put my hood up. Like, she's left it down to feel the rain and stuff because she loves the rain. But she's gonna put her hood up and just kind of try to melt into the crowd.
Give me stealth.
I'm gonna meander around, just kind of admiring the architecture and
It
just
is-
being in a different place.
It is, Gunny, this is a bit of a culture shock. The architecture here is completely and utterly different. A lot of Smíðaheim was the whatever the original city that was there back in the Emir times was much more preserved. And a lot of the buildings are made out of the ruins, or at least kind of converted. There's like no ruins here as far as you can tell. This is all hand built in the modern era, and very intricately done. It's very nice.
I rolled for the second time this session a 5 for a 17 stealth.
Nice.
Yeah, you blend into
Got
the crowd
proficiency in
pretty
stealth?
damn quick. The rest of you
attempt
kind of lose
So wouldn't
track
you have
of her.
advantage?
I'll attempt to stealth
No.
as well.
Proficiency
No,
doesn't
it's
give you
double
advantage.
proficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
just
ahead,
double
Cedric.
proficiency.
That would be an 11 plus...
13.
Is it 13?
Mm-hmm.
I've lost my...
24.
Okay, so then, how do you know my character more than me?
Because your
25.
stealth is
About it a
one
lot.
better than mine. And I was like, you fuck.
Thanks to that luck stone, baby!
24.
24. Yeah. Suddenly, you guys turn and Cedric's gone. Blending into
All you hear
the
is,
crowd.
Well, where did he go?
sneaking.
It won't be too long before he gets big. It's okay. We'll find him.
What's Marcus
He's gonna
doing?
become a statue.
Finding a place to lean.
You find
guns.
there's a nice,
My statue.
hang on, I think there is a statue. Let me check here.
Of Cedric?
Is there one of Thor?
No, not of Cedric.
There better be one of Cedric.
Is it an
Is there one
elephant?
of- Is there one of Thor that I can lean against, like buddy cop style? Like,
No, it's not of Thor.
Like a
it
coming up
is.
next bumper for a buddy cop show?
yup.
He's kind of messy and I'm kind of clean.
It's a statue of, oddly enough, Magni Verdandi, the peace
Oh,
maker.
The late king.
Yeah. Yeah, so you just kind of, back of the crowd, kind of lean against that like a cool dude.
I'm not gonna stealth. I have disadvantage on stealth, so like,
Sure.
You don't need
Your
to. I
armor's
just
too pretty. You need to be seen.
yeah. This
I
is
just
this is
wanted to-
artwork I'm wearing.
not be a distraction.
It's not long before the crowd kind of, a hush comes over the crowd as, you see the doors, the large doors open up to the longhouse, outward, and, several guardsmen come out, leading a familiar face to most of you, Tollak, the Minotaur, King of Muspelheim. There's a bit of cheering and clapping from the crowd as he takes the stage, stepping up onto the platform.
The clap.
Not that guy.
Platform.
And as he kind of approaches the front of the stage, the cheering dies down, and there's a hush. He says, "People of Muspelheim, good morning. The seer have blessed us with another lovely day, although a bit of rain feels good, does it not?
Indeed.
But yeah, yeah. Spattering from the cloud. Needs more rain. Says, sorry. We continue our war path inland in Alfheim, successfully, and a bit more cheering. We crush our enemies under our boots, wherever we find them. They are no match for our superiority. Currently, our troops approach Thruthhammer. Thor is on our side, so I expect taking the city to be easy enough. As the crowd kind of, yeah! Woo!
Ooh, Thor.
Thank you all for your time. And may the gods bless you on this day. There's some applause. Woo! And he kind of nods and turns.
Boo!
Starts-
Boo this man.
Starts heading. The guards start leading him back into the longhouse.
That was a short speech.
The crowd starts dispersing.
That's a morning address. You know how those go.
Mine are at least 30 minutes.
What?
Whisper.
What?
What are we talking about?
Open?
Are you stirring the beans?
So yeah, the crowd disperses.
All right. I suppose we should go up to the longhouse.
You just approach it. Just
We'll speak to one of
Go
the
on up
guards
there.
at the door. Yeah.
all right.
You do see guards flanking the
I've
door.
never talked to royalty before.
You've talked to
get
me already.
used to this kind of stuff. We're kind of bold that way.
We're kind of important.
This meeting could have been done by a courier.
I'm not
This could have
saying
been
that we're
ascending.
important. We are bold and kind of obnoxious and getting everybody's way.
So, you
Thank you,
guys
OG.
heading up to the guards?
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah. You see.
Marcus, you got this?
Yeah.
You see two guards flanking the doors that are currently shut. One is a half-orc, rather tall, burly, full armor and spear. And the other is a Luxodon, rather large and burly, full armor, and
Josh.
a pike. They
Calm down,
both have shields with the
I knew they had
the
elephants
symbol
here.
of Tollak, silhouette of bull horns. The left one broken. Where it's broken, a spearhead sticks out. The horns sprout from crossed bearded axes. And as you approach, the orc speaks up. Halt! Do you have business?
Hail!
Hail!
I don't know if you've heard of us. We are the Jotunn Slayers. We are here to see King Tollak. We brought him evidence that he specifically tasked us with getting, and whether or not he knows it, because we didn't have a set schedule, we are here to report in with the job that he gave us.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion with advantage because this guy's actually heard of you.
Oh my god, this is
Okay.
the first person ever.
Other than Gunny.
Well, I
other
got
than Gunny.
21, so
Nice.
You got what?
21.
Nice. They
Not
kind of
really. I
look at
didn't
each
roll that
other.
great.
They kind of look at each other and look back to you. Wait here. And then kind of
You got it,
nods to
Hoss.
the other guard who nods and opens the doors, heads in, closing behind. And
Thanks,
after
Chief.
a moment, the doors open again, heads back out, says, "Follow me, please,"
Indeed.
and leads you inside into the great longhouse and towards that same room that you met with Tollak before.
As we're walking, Nifrim pulls out her journal and, like, you can just see her nerves as she is, like, sweaty palms, trying to sift through and get all of the pages out that we need to show him. She's a little nervous because the first time didn't go well. Second time didn't go very well. It stands to reason this isn't gonna go well.
The big heavy door to the war room opens and kind of motions for you to enter. And you walk into this war room with a war table that is currently covered. Again. You see a few people in here. You see a couple of them familiar.
Any earpieces?
Give me perception.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, a little better. 15. Yeah, 15.
I got a 19.
15,
18,
19,
17.
18, 17. You all get a pretty good look. None of them seem to have earpieces.
All right.
You do, or at least most of you, recognize a male dragonborn.
Any cameras?
With green scales. No cameras either.
Okay.
With green scales. And then a male furbolg. In his 90s, in thrall attire. And then, of course, you do not see the Owlin that you met before.
Whoops.
But instead, you see an Aarakocra. Black feathers, seems raven-esque, sharp beak, sharp golden eyes, wearing very nice outfit, robes with golden pendant. And of course, in the middle, you see a large minotaur with a broken horn with a gold cap on it. King Tollak. This is the Jotunn Slayers. Hail.
Hello.
I hear
Hail.
words that you have gathered the evidence that you lacked before.
Yes.
You received word?
I hope.
Well,
Just
the
a
guard
moment
told
ago.
him why we were here.
Oh.
I hope you didn't come empty-handed this time.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
No.
So,
I mean,
present your
so-
evidence.
Sure. So we definitely have had quite the adventure since the last we saw you. We did meet with my father from CTR, and it turns out they were accidentally working for Minni. Unfortunately, he cannot be here to witness for us because he is dead, murdered by Minni and a robot army she sent to our estate.
I have heard word of that.
Yes, it's quite
I'm-
unfortunate.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you very much.
Take the drink.
So, my brother Erling, though, has worked for her and can witness, as having seen her himself, did not know what she was up to, didn't know she was involved with Jotunn Photo.
You
Yes?
mentioned this. Did you say Minni?
Yes. Sorry, yes, that is the name of the woman who is leading the Muna there, which she is not really a woman, she's more like,
It's a program.
yes, it's like
Demigod.
a weird, yeah, that's the best way
Looks
to
to
describe her.
the-
She's like a demigod.
Looks to the Aarakocra, who kind of turns to him and shrugs. And turns back. A demigod, you say?
Essentially, yes. She's a very, very powerful being, and she has convinced a certain amount of people to work for her cause. I still don't know why she wanted this war, but here's some information that we found based off of one of her highest members of the Muna there, and his name was Andvari Tierson. He ran this Smilaheim headquarters of the...
Never heard
God
of
damn it. I can't think of
So-
the fucking...
The Veralder
We're all just meters.
We're all this meter.
Lord! nagelfar was stuck
What in
in
a
my head
dictionary
this
do you
time.
awesome?
Some tinker.
Yes! Oh my god.
Wow.
The Smeatheim. He was the leader of the Smeatheim. And no, he was leader of the...
The Verhalder Sweeter in the Smeatheim.
Thank you. I'm very
Really
nervous,
nailing
you
this
see.
sniff.
But anyway, we
I can
went into
tell
his...
Emmy herself is actually nervous. It's hilarious. Enjoy.
Well, now that I've forgotten that name twice. Anyway, we went through his
calm
office.
down.
I'm calm.
Got this.
Yeah.
Give her a pat on the back.
Where's this evidence of which you speak?
Right here. And she's gonna present her journal and show the paperwork from Eggard's, from the hole, and from
And Vari.
And Vari?
and Vari, the punchable
Wow.
face. I'm losing it.
Obviously.
She's gonna show him all of the evidence.
Blink twice if you're okay.
And
the
now I
Aarakocra
do want
takes
to.
and
I do want
starts
to point out.
flipping through it.
I do want to point out to you that nowhere in this paperwork is there mention of their organization name. So that is the only thing we're missing. Other than that, there is evidence that they did, in fact, start the war in Jotunn. It was a false flag operation. You will see that evidence in this paperwork. It's all right there.
I see. Go ahead and give me a persuasion.
With advantage, because Marcus was like, we got this. No?
They're there.
Yeah,
Sure.
they're there.
Yeah.
I almost want to give you disadvantage, but
Because of how nervous I am? Do you just want a straight
But
roll?
advantage because I kept
no, go ahead and
chiming in
advantage.
with names.
Yeah. go
Unless
ahead
somebody
and
in chat
advantage.
wants... Okay.
You're good.
Ooh! Thank God for the advantage. That's gonna be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I see. Kind of turns to the Aarakocra, who's still kind of flipping through pages. Looks up at him, kind of does a cock of the head, and turns. We'll, of course, need to verify the authenticity of these documents.
Of course.
But,
Are these the originals or are these copies?
my king,
They're the originals.
according to this Envari person, seems they orchestrated not only the attempted kidnapping of King Magni, the late King Magni, but the attack on Jotunn and Ragnarok.
Yeah, he's a bit of
So-
a dick.
Sounds like it. All right, well,
Was.
what is this? The Aarakocra kind of keeps flipping through. What is this bit about a camel? I don't. There's a mention of a camel, and I don't understand.
I don't... I'm unaware
I
of
don't
any
think he ever
camels.
found any hard evidence about the camel.
Well,
No doctorate in there.
but-
Yeah.
All right. But yes, my liege, this is very damning and proof that it was a false flag operation. I see.
So you can stop the war. It wasn't Alfheim. They're innocent.
You've given me a lot to think about.
I mean, we could always broker a peace treaty. We probably have to go and give the same information to the other king.
Why would I send you? And who are you? You are
Oh,
not that
this-
other.
How do you know he's a
no,
master
I'm
of
Gunny.
disguise?
Was Gunny.
Yes. I
He's our rook.
worked for Envari, and he was an
So you were
absolute
complicit
shithead.
in this?
I and no one else at Smeatherhind knew any of this was going on. He was doing all of this on the hush and hush.
In the
Gonna
shadows.
give me a persuasion. Tollak
With
is a
help, 'cause
paranoid man.
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah, with advantage.
Okay. That's an nat 20.
Again?
The first was 11.
Lucky boy.
deuces.
Is the curse lifted? All right. So he says, "I see. All right. Well, I'll need to set up a parley with King Athelstan. But in the meantime, I don't believe I need anything else from you. Your work here is done. We'll take care of the rest."
Thank you very much for all of your time and for listening.
Yes. Well, I suppose we have you to thank, really.
We have worked
done-
very hard to obtain this information. Yes.
I'm sure you've done a great service, and once these documents are verified, we will set up a parley with the king and try to end this bloodshed.
Yeah.
Marcus?
I'd like to insight check him.
Also,
I think we all want to make sure that this is
Do it!
do we believe him?
I mean, I believe him, so I'm
Another
not.
nat 19 for a 21.
Considering so gullible.
I was at 10.
14.
21 wins?
Gunny
never win
and
insight.
Marcus, a little hard to read. He's like, Gunny, you have you've never met this man, and like you're kind of intimidated, honestly. It's hard to fucking read. Marcus, seems possibly legit. Nif, he's currently kind of making a face you have yet to see on this man. Somber. Rather than
Like disappointed?
aggressive. No, like
Like, oh shit, I fucked up?
intrigued. Yeah.
Oh shit, we just humbled
He's
the
got
fucking
egg
king.
all over his face.
Oh. Nifrim
Feels
is
good.
gonna be extra respectful.
Was he
don't eat
messy
me.
with his breakfast?
Oh my
If
god.
this information does check out, we have you to thank for the end of bloodshed. Assuming King Athelstan accepts peace. We will try for peace in the late Magni's name. I thank you. As we
Well,
all
thank you.
should. Assuming this is true.
Can I get my journal back? It doesn't have any of that. It's just some drawings and whatnot.
The Aarakocra says, "Oh yes," yeah, and pulls out the papers that are relevant and hands it back to you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Very nice drawings you have in there. It's,
Oh, thank you very
impressive.
much.
Impressive. Very illustrative.
Josh, what is that face? Very nice drawings you have.
All right. I have much to do, especially now.
Good luck.
I ask that you leave.
Indeed, good King Tollak.
And
Yes, we
yeah,
will
I'm
leave.
gonna turn around.
Thank you all. Gunny bows. Kind of nods.
How would I go about arm wrestling the king?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like just a
upset her,
friendly,
let's go.
just a friend. I don't like that. I'm sorry, that was so aggressive. Just like some friendly arm wrestling. That's all. Maybe after Don't look at me like that.
Apparently he does this wherever he goes. He just wants to. He just likes arm wrestling.
He just loves. You know
For
what? We
fun.
should.
Just a friendly game
You
one
should
day.
leave now.
We should go.
Oh
we
my
should go.
gosh.
Yes. Let's.
God. Okay. I nudge Nifrim. I need to get his panties out of his bunch.
If I have to, I will pick you up and drag you out.
I now need a shirt. Quote from Sideric. How would I go about arm wrestling the king?
If only we had an artist to make that merch.
Oh my god.
One's in
Worship
chat if
God.
you would buy that. All right, so
He's
you
just afraid
guys
that he
are
lose.
escorted out by the guards and out of the longhouse back into the rain. And into the square.
All right. Well, that went better than I thought. Oh. I can't believe he didn't kill us.
Wait, he could've killed us?
We showed due deference, and that was what was required.
Yes. Well, I mean, he's seen us so many times and been so unpleased with our information that that's always a possibility of dying when talking to royalty. It's just, we should go see this fate.
Yes.
Oh,
All right.
like okay, yeah.
So,
Let's do that now.
let me bring this up. Whoops. Let me just click on everything but the thing I need in my
Yeah.
notes.
Checks out.
Sounds about right.
Notion going a little slow, but that's okay. You guys head to the Ale Steinn. The tavern that you know to be the headquarters of the Sveit, the local Sveit. And
It's a little early for a drink. Wait, no, it's not. Never mind.
No, Gunny, that's not where we're going.
So, as you enter this unassuming tavern, there is, let me bring this up here, the dimly lit tavern, decorated with shields, weapons, other Viking stuff. Thick with the smell of smoke and ale. Patrons filling the room. But you know from your last time here that none of them are actually patrons.
Mm-hmm. And they're not really cooking.
You get a couple side eyes as you walk in. And are immediately approached by a familiar female Vidalkin.
Oh, is it her? I love her. What's her name again?
Siv Snorridotir.
Civ, that's right, because we were like the goddess? All right.
She approaches you and nods in her kind of leather armor and cloak.
Civ.
It says, greetings, how fare you?
Been a long journey. But
So
we
I
think we
hear.
might have some good information for you and your superiors.
That is excellent news. Kind of
Yes.
turns to Gunny and says, Gindry, this you've outdone yourself here.
Not
This
Gendry.
is quite
mispronounced. You mispronounced Gunny.
Gunny.
Yes, this-
You go by
this is
Gunny
an-
now.
A new companion.
I've always been by Gunny.
Roll a persuasion because you used to roll with.
Ooh. So while she's focused on looking at Gunny,
Oh, God.
I put on the Gendry mask.
No! Oh my god!
Sleight of hand.
We're gonna get murdered.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a natural 17.
That was a 15 for me.
Plus
15?
Trying to
5.
convince her of who I am.
So 22.
Tyler, did you roll with advantage?
I did not.
Go ahead, because Nif was also. Cedric,
That was a 13.
you do manage to slip on the mask as she's kind of conversing with Gunny. Says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Their previous compatriots was all about disguises, so I just assumed."
I think you mean me.
Hello, brother, fellow Vidalkin. Oh,
Hello.
wow.
Cedric.
Okay.
I'm
Of course, it's
Benji.
hastily put on.
Yeah, just like it's still hanging out. The lips
Yeah,
are
your,
coming through.
your nose through the eye hole. Gunny, what the fuck? This is a very. It's like he's wearing a fucking face, like a face. What is what?
Don't be alarmed. I'm Benji.
This?
Gendry's little brother. I've got a lot more muscles than Gendry, as you can see, but we are twins. I don't know how that
please
works.
Put that
because
away
I'm
before I
younger,
get sick.
But
In
what am I putting away? My pants are on. There's nothing to put away.
That's a little disturbing, Cedric.
in a
I don't know who that
rare
person is.
As I'm looking at the lady, I jerk my face over to Gunny like, here. This? What are you talking about? This is my face.
in the rarest form you have ever seen Nifrim, she smacks your arm. Like, really, really smacks you. It probably feels like a flea bite to Cedric, but she is pissed. Quit it.
It's hard enough to make goosebumps.
You can never let me have any fun.
Give me
Thank you,
that mask,
Cedric.
Cedric. It's terrible.
I will take you to the council room.
Thank you
Follow me.
very much, Civ.
Well, thank you.
So
It's like everyone here just looks to bow.
Gunny, you don't have to bow down.
takes you to the back and does
the whole-
with two hands and a foot, completely different bricks from before, presses them in, and
Hey, what did that wall do to you?
as the wall opens up, revealing a dimly lit staircase,
It's a security measure, Gunny.
leading you down
I mean, it just-
into the dimly lit chamber that, again, most of you are familiar with. The torches on the walls flickering. And you see the familiar table. And sitting at the table are Raven, Shadow, and Ghost. Hrafnir, Grima, and Draugr. Cloaked figures. And, of course, lining the walls are presumably assassins.
Hello?
All just kind of leaning, minding their own business, but you can tell keeping an eye on you. You, Hrafnir kind of nods. Gestures for you. Just gestures toward the seats and says, "Greetings." Sorry. Take two. "Greetings. Please have a seat."
Hello. I'll take a seat.
What's everyone else doing? Sitting?
Yeah,
Is there anywhere I can lean?
Most of the wall's taken up by leaning
There's another Thor
assassins,
statue.
but there's a spot for you. You kind of sidle up next to
Yep.
another assassin
homie.
who kind of gives you a side eye, like, "The fuck, man? This is my bag." And the rest of you
Don't do anything rash, assassin. Marcus doesn't like surprises.
Rash assassin.
Gunny goes in and
rashy
sits
assassin?
down at the table, just like it's a meeting conference. Yeah.
You take a seat, and let me check here. Draugr, the tiefling, cloaked tiefling, leans forward on the table and says, I believe you have information for us.
That
But
we
first,
do.
we're going to take a break. We'll be right back, folks. And we're back. So, as Draugr says, I believe you have information for us.
Yes, I believe we do. I am certain you've gotten word from the branch in Midgard, from the Sveit, of our last encounter with them.
Yes, we did.
And I want to extend a full apology for not being as forthright as we wished we could have been. It was, as I'm sure they've explained to you, my brother was in danger. But I wanted to apologize in person.
The situation has been explained to us, and in all honesty, respect.
Well, that
You have to
Being
watch out
said-
for your own.
we do have more information on Minni and some damning evidence by Andvari Tiersen, who was the head of the Veraldesmeder in Smedeheim.
Kind of glance at each other. Turn
Now-
back to you.
We have not heard of anyone else in the Veraldesmeder being involved, and our friend Gunny here actually worked under Andvari.
Yeah, he's a bit of a dick.
That's all.
Well, he's a bit dead now. So,
He's a dead dick.
Face is still punchable.
Yeah.
he did have a very punchable face.
As he should be.
We gave the information to King Tollak in order to try to stop the war. But
did
we can
spot
tell you,
leaving the longhouse.
we can tell you that in that evidence, that paperwork that we had, he spoke of their mission in Jotunn Slayers to capture King Magni, and when that failed, they woke the Jotun.
As Grima, the elf, says, yes, we thought the two events were related, the kidnapping and the attack. So you found solid evidence of what you found from Eggard.
Yes, well,
Very
written
good.
in Andvari's own hand was practically a confession, although I don't think he meant for it to be.
And you gave this to the king.
Yes, and he plans
As
to...
Draugr says, I will get us a copy. No worries. Yeah, Marcus?
When we spoke to the king, he mentioned something about a camel. Do you know what he's talking about?
No. No, we do not know of this camel of which you speak. Did it have something to do with Ragnarok, or?
Apparently, yes.
You did read about the camel in the notes that Andvari said something about a camel, that he wasn't
Yeah.
sure what that was about.
And I was hoping they would have more info.
Nope, no
you
one has
know
more
what
than
he's talking
you.
about, right?
I do, but Marcus
okay,
doesn't.
okay. Just making
Dr.
sure
Regal
you know.
Wobbles,
Yes, I was
the
there.
High
That's what I
Council
thought.
of... I can't remember the whole name. Tyler has it somewhere.
Anyway.
So,
Well, that's disappointing. I'll go back to being quiet.
I'm so sorry to disappoint you. So,
that's all
how
right.
did the king take the info?
Honestly, I think he was rather humbled by it. I think that he saw, as long as the information is verifiable, that the war was a very stupid move on his part.
You see a smirk come across Rafner's face, or his mouth, which is really the only bit that you can see. I'm sure he was.
But that being said, he didn't seem obstinate to believe the truth of it.
That is impressive. You must have had very good evidence.
Yes.
He's not an easy man to convince.
No, he is
We've
not.
tried.
Speaking of the king, I don't know if it's rude to ask. The Owlin. Do you have any idea how the Owlin was killed?
They kind of half chuckle and glance at each other before glancing back as Grima, the elf, says, "Yes, after you informed us of Gro's alliances, we looked further into them and deemed them unworthy to advise to the king, so to speak."
Well, I would like to
That's
extend
smart.
my appreciation.
Of course. Unfortunately, the device that they carried exploded before we could examine it, but
That happened once to us too.
It really did. Plays with her hair where it's like finally growing back in normal.
How's your ear doing?
as Draugr says, "Oh, ours are fine.
No.
The
I was saying
meter
that to
over
Niflheim.
there, however," and points to one of the cloaked figures leaning against the wall as they kind of
Oh no, buddy! Yes, I empathize with you, sir. I had a similar situation.
Yes, you did.
Would you like me to take a look at it and try and heal it?
That'll be unnecessary. They've intended to.
Well,
Isn't that right, Tamita? I said, isn't that right, Tamita? I'm just
oh damn, shade from the council. That being said,
the
we've
chuckles
also
across the walls.
learned from the library at Midgard. Due to your advice, thank you, by the way. That was the place we needed to go. We did learn from the
Knowledge is
library
power.
of a way to stop Minni. Now, the method in which I'm referring to, I don't know if we should speak of it until it's done.
This is a safe area. If that's what you're worried about, we are very alone, I assure you.
Alone as in, everyone here can be, for lack of a better word, trusted?
Grima says, absolutely, without a doubt.
Insight check!
Yeah, I'm
Insight!
Not maliciously, I just want to, does she believe herself? 17?
Of course.
Terrible.
I got 16.
19.
10.
Unfortunately, because of just how they're,
Cloaked in shadows.
and this is kind of their thing. as
Sure.
Grima is the spy master. Hard to read, but seems confident.
All right, well, in that case, there are 2 locations that we plan to visit. And once we get there, we can shut her down. But both need to be activated. It's going to be dangerous. I'm certain she knows we're coming.
Now, when you say shut down, this Minni's, you mentioned before, I believe, a program of sorts.
Yes.
You're confident this will work?
As long as the information we retrieved from the Specky Library is to be believed, then yes.
Well, I mean, if information for something is anywhere, it will be there. That is for sure.
Yes, I believe so.
Rafner speaks up.
Nita really does.
What's that,
Say
Sam?
again?
I was referencing your name on the card.
Oh.
Anita
dump.
really knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, Anita dumped
Rafner says,
at her morning address.
these locations, where
Yes.
will you be headed to? Tell me more.
Well, one of them is outside of Smeatheim, which I believe is the first one we plan to go to. And the other is in Hoðrheim. We believe in a system of tunnels in the mountain.
Gia and Trey glances with each other and back to you. Grima speaks up. That will be an interesting one to reach. Those tunnels most people don't even know about.
Well, I'm developing
They're very well
developing an idea. If King Tollak is successful in stopping the war, perhaps a conversation with King Ale Steinn might grant us some favor.
Well, look at the Jotunn Slayers conversing with kings left and right.
I don't know if it's possible,
You're-
don't know if it'll work, but
A big deal around here, it seems. Becoming quite the heroes.
well,
You know it, baby.
sure, maybe. I mean, it's more about the protection of Thorin, really.
Of course. It is very important that we protect the people and the land.
And speaking of which, one last thing to mention. We've had several conversations with Minni now. In speaking of the war, she has basically said that something is coming. We don't know what, but our likelihood of survival is very low. And when I say our, I do mean the entire Thorin civilization. And she has estimated that the people of Muspelheim have a 3.126% chance of surviving. And that's why the war. It's a flimsy reason, and I'm not certain we understand it fully.
Did this, Minni, give you any more information on this threat?
I'm having a tough time remembering. Did she give us anything more than that, or was it just...
The ring is failing.
I
I don't
can't
think she
remember if
said...
she said specifically the ring is failing. But
Sure.
says
She
it
mentioned
doesn't
without
do
Hoðr.
what it used to.
Yeah. I'll tell them that then, too. Hoðr no longer is able to do what he needed to do with the Hoðr ring. No one
This
knows where he
catches
is.
everyone's attention.
Hoðr has...
Yes.
Hoðr is gone?
Yes, and in fact, if we can locate him, that would solve, I think, most of our issues. So if you keep your ear to the ground, perhaps...
I speak up with one of the bits that I remembered from everything, is that they said something about terraforming.
Oh yes, they did. Which is an odd term, but I believe it has to do with making the planet livable. That's, I mean, as much as I can assume.
The other two look at Draugr immediately, who kind of looks back and shrugs. I know nothing of this terraforming.
Yeah, neither did I.
I don't.
Or do I?
The planet more livable.
Yes. Another thing also to do with that, we went to the Specky Library on your advice, but I did also discover that the pivot perhaps might be the start of the Emir civilization. I don't know what that means, but it seems that everything started there.
That's
And-
so.
We've had at the Specky Library some luck with a machine called the Beeflaker. There it is. I was waiting. We've been able to
Beeflaker.
have these, I suppose for lack of a better term, visions. And one of the visions that we had last before we left was one of Odin, Hoðr, and who was the third one? I can't think of his name. Hoðr's brother. Balder. Yes. With the three of them, seemingly in the pivot, performing some sort of experimentation that was successful.
The gods were involved in the ring?
Yes, and I must say that I don't think that they are gods in the traditional sense. Marcus,
How
calm down.
so?
They
Please
worked
elaborate.
with the Emir, and they seem to be able to visit us based off of the power that we hold in the radiant capacitor.
See? Did you tell
And
him about the radiant capacitor before?
In Midgard, we did, because we were having a whole debate on whether or not we should, and we
You've-
decided to be upfront.
Heard word from Midgard about this special device that you carry along with you and its connection to the gods.
Yes.
This leads you to believe that they are.
Well, it seems that
I don't
helped,
understand.
They helped the Emir on a more consistent basis. There was another Beeflaker memory that we witnessed in which there was a squad on the ground, and there was a dragon attacking, and they called in Thor, just on a whim, and he came and helped. And I believe if they are connected to this power source, and the Hoðr ring is failing, perhaps they are not here now because they don't have the power to be here. I don't know what it means yet.
Interesting. I'll have to think on this and do some research of my own, perhaps.
That would be welcomed, and if you find anything, God's sakes, let us know.
Same with you?
Of course.
Rafner says, I believe that us working together will be able to uncover many things, including this memory, or this mystery. Marcus?
About the other thing that we worked with the Midgard
Silence Fate?
group, Silence Fate.
Yes, we heard they assisted you with some,
I
well,
would say
really,
we
you
assisted
you
each
assisted
other.
them with some troubles they were having with some, shall we say,
Calorus?
bullies? Yes, the Calorus.
I was wondering if you had any more information and needed any more cooperative assistance with further cells.
Well, we here don't really have any run-ins with them. They are, from what I understand, based out of Ulfheim, The
Do you have any
Midgard
chapters
section
in
was-
Alfheim?
We do.
That might need
the Midgard
assistance?
sector has put a word out. I know there's some resistance in Hoðr, but I haven't been unfortunately kept in the loop on that business.
Perhaps-
I mostly manage
Helpful.
here in Muspelheim.
Perhaps we could speak to, oh my god. 1 second.
And we have
Wiesel.
to go to Hoðr at some point.
We do have to go to Holdheim.
Of course.
So I think the most notable thing from our conversation here is finding Hoðr. We've spoken to
Yes.
several of the gods, and none of them know where he
Of
is.
course.
Why he disappeared. I love that. Of course you have. You've spoken with the gods.
Interesting.
Minnie doesn't seem to know
So,
either, but she has also
Even the
admitted that...
gods.
No. She has also admitted that if we had found Hoðr, that would solve a lot of our problems.
Did she elaborate at all?
Did she? Thought it was
I don't
just
think so.
kind of... No. Okay. No.
Mostly that he
Unfortunate.
does something with the ring that he's not doing anymore.
Interesting. Well, I'm not exactly sure how one finds a god. I would think that if anyone would know, you would, but it sounds like you don't. But
Yes.
we will keep an eye out, I suppose, of any news.
I wonder if there is a third party involved that we are unaware of. We've got the gods,
do you
we've
mean?
got Minnie. And if Minnie and the gods truly don't know where Hoðr went, perhaps there is a third party that has stake in shutting Thorin down.
Perhaps there is.
I don't know.
Very,
There's no evidence to this theory. Just
Very intuitive.
spitballing.
Sometimes
Maybe
you
the
have
elves.
to throw things at the wall and see what exactly sticks, no?
Like noodles.
Oh, we've got a fluid for that.
Just
Make them
like
stick.
noodles.
You have...
Well, if the noodle doesn't stick to the wall, then it's not done. You need to...
okay, I
true.
wasn't really talking about noodles or anything like... It's,
Well,
Well,
that's
you
where
talk
the
about
phrase
food
comes
around
from.
me, it's going to come up.
Noted.
Anyway,
Thank you.
That being said, I think we're going to start our way towards Midgard and do the first shutdown.
Well... As Hrafner speaks up.
Just left.
Well, then we wish you luck with this.
Thank you. And hopefully we
Your
can
work is
count on you
obviously-
to... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say your work is obviously very important, and we will support you in any way we can.
Thank you very much.
Of course. We are,
We will
after
continue
all...
to help you.
That is excellent. We are, after all, in this together.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Twinning tonight, Sam. We're just twinning.
Cedric, did you have some?
Nothing. Just the way you said that was shady. I was thinking about inciting, but we already did.
Dan?
So.
What did
This is a new
what did
thing.
they
You could
say?
incite again.
She just seemed kind of shady, like, oh, after all, we're in this together. Shifty eye, shifty eye, shifty eye.
Oh, well, I mean, they are taking us at our word that the entire planet is in danger.
Yeah.
Well, I got a 15.
Very hard to read.
Yeah.
Son of a
I mean,
bitch.
they seem genuine, but without seeing their whole face, they have so little, like, body movement, like, gesturing and
I got a
stuff. They're
22.
always very still.
Okay.
Just
Who
to
got-
see if
Gunny
they're.
got
I got a
22?
22, just to see if they're buying into everything. Because I just went through this whole thing too. Just
As you're kind of getting, obviously these people are new to you, and they are very kind of masked and cloaked. But you are starting to kind of get a read on them, and yeah, they're buying into it. They seem genuine, and they definitely seem to see the benefit of working with people that are obviously as accomplished as the Jotunn Slayers.
Question, Steve. We tried to call
Answer.
or to summon Hoðr before, but did we try to summon Baldur?
Nope.
Maybe we need to try talking to Baldur.
We could try.
Or Loki.
Can't help. I mean, can't hurt.
Loki is not going to give us anything. Loki is going to be like,
and
fuck you
definitely
guys.
Not here.
And you're going to fail every arm wrestling contest from here to
Or-
Ragnarok.
Or he'll give us exactly what we want because he's the third party.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oof.
He does like change, and this is change.
But when
And
we
then
mentioned that to Loki, she was like, or mentioned Loki to Minni about Hoðr's disappearance, she laughed hysterically.
Maybe
I
he's
wonder
lying
what
to
that
her
was
too.
about. Maybe.
Well,
All right. Well, we will
unless
see
you have
ourselves
anything
out.
else, of course, you're
And we will
welcome
be in
here
contact.
anytime.
Thank you very much,
Sounds like a
Draugr,
plan. We look
Yeah,
forward.
thank
Grima.
you. Thank you very much.
Trafner.
They all kind of nod as you say their names. Heather bows. Or Gutty bows.
Mom. Later, Mom.
Draugr
Seriously,
spied
you're
it.
embarrassing us.
You're embarrassing me.
Good luck on your efforts. I suppose we are, all of us, counting on you.
No pressure. It's fine. This is fine.
Indeed. Safe
All right,
travels,
and-
friends.
Oh, Nifrim, we've handled it so far. Why not?
So far, we've done great. No mistakes whatsoever. My father didn't die. Gendry didn't abandon us. Everything's fine. Okay. And she's going to turn and leave the room.
Yikes.
Ooh. Woo. Anyway, so as you get up, Civ leads you back up the staircase. And back out into the tavern. She says, let me find. She says, well, that was all very interesting. I wish you luck in your travels. And
Thank you very much, Civ.
Of course, if you need anything, just reach out. And
Of course.
turns to Gunny. Brother, I wish you good luck with this group. Sounds like they're prone to trouble.
What?
I'm starting to get that feeling.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Ouch.
I will.
I sort of get the feeling that you're not so new at finding trouble yourself.
I've usually stayed out of the way of trouble, but recently it's been all that's been around.
Very relatable. Take care, Jotunn Slayers.
Get the fuck out of here.
Good luck.
Always do.
Get the fuck out.
Thanks.
Thank you. This is so fucking great.
Stop bowing, God.
Yeah, she kind of watches you bow, kind of cocks an eyebrow and nods,
He's new.
and
It's
you walk
okay.
back
I
out.
just
into
put
the
my
rain.
hand up and walk out like,
It was like
God, I
the
just
first
realized
person
I
we
have this
ran
going.
into here. This is a new area. Like I don't know. They bowed.
You're doing
so
great, Gunny.
Yeah.
You're doing
There's the
wonderful. Ah,
Thank you. Thank
Step
you.
back out into the rain. and into the crowd of the bustling city.
I wonder if our newest friend, Edison, might just allow us to use the teleportation circle there again.
Now, I will say there are receiving circles and sending circles.
Oh.
So just because they have a receiving doesn't necessarily mean they have a sending.
Maybe they don't.
But we can ask.
We shall ask.
Certainly could.
Let us go
Yeah, Marcus?
ask. Oh.
How many days has it been for the enchantment on my armor?
Your armor's ready.
2, right?
Yeah.
Well, you
Has it
guys
been
got
2 days?
to Smeatheim, and
I was thinking the next
Yeah, you
day
did
we
it the
could
day before
teleport
you
back.
left. You turned in the armor the day before you left Midgard, and then you spent another day in Smeatheim. It has been 2 days, essentially.
Yeah, so, like,
Which
we could
you're,
use... What time of day is it, like... How long
At
did
this
we spend
point,
with everybody?
it's probably approaching noon. You see the ring starting to lower down to the horizon on one side. It's getting pretty close. So it's midday. Late morning.
Sun's getting real low, big guy.
You want to head
Sun
back
doesn't
to Midgard real quick, catch up with Orvar or Oscar, whichever one it is.
Oscar?
Wow.
We haven't heard
Whichever
from
one
Orvar
it
in a
is.
very long time.
Well, I spoke with him this morning briefly. I don't know. Were we wanting to go to Smeatheim and begin our trek to the location, the coordinates, or... Because you've got armor now, or is this not the right armor?
This armor's good, but that armor's going to be better.
Oh. So we'll have to go there today and travel back to
We don't
Smeatheim tomorrow.
Have to, I'm just saying. I get my armor, you get a knight, just in case everybody dies, and...
well, the library would
Everybody
be
wins.
interesting. But I don't have a.
Oh shit!
I
Right.
thought
we
they
don't-
were only letting citizens in.
My,
Oh.
You are a
my,
citizen.
my brother gave us something to kind of circumvent that stipulation.
Oh, also, the guy there, he kind of owes us one for kind of saving the world, so... The world
Saving the
being-
city.
Yeah, I mean, it's his world, and we saved it, so he'll probably, like, give you an ID.
We could take him there and speak to Sinifred. And he could give us, give Gunny some paperwork. But also, I feel like we're treading on thin ice there.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the, I mean, it might
Are
be
we?
better to wait
Yes.
until like the peace, maybe the peace treaty has been.
The city
Stricken.
the lockdown will lift once wartime is over.
I could
that's
make
true,
a
too.
forged paper for Gunny. I do have the tools with which to do that. What does that require, Steve? Is it sleight of hand? For forgery?
Do you have are you trained in forger? Like, is it forger's tools? Is that a thing in 5e?
Yeah, there's
Yes,
the
yes, because my
forger's
other
kit.
character has it.
My
Okay.
my tool can turn into a forger's kit.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
it can.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, it can.
Are you automatically proficient with any tool it turns into? I don't think
don't-
so, but so
don't
it would
recall.
just
I
be
can read up on that.
Dex. It would just be
Well,
Dex.
when we
straight
use the
Dex.
teleporter, we go into the house of the forger.
True.
You gain proficiency. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, Ale Steinn could write up some papers.
Yeah.
That's true. We
Maybe,
could take him to Eelston.
Well, we would be
I mean,
going to Eelston's closet.
Wouldn't you'd be going
Mm-hmm.
there anyways?
Right.
I'll just say that I am hesitant because thinking through this is if I'm caught with you guys and they know you guys were given citizenship and now all of a sudden here's someone else that's new in there.
That's my concern as well.
I just don't want to, I don't want to die.
We can
yet.
just hide you in Ilston's house and then...
What a short
He wants to
stint.
see
you
the
have
library.
I
Forge of
mean,
lore.
What's that, Steve?
What a short stint Tyler would have on Forge of Lore.
A dead one.
I vote for, as much as I don't want to have to go right back. Let's go and let's get that first kill switch.
And then,
And then maybe the peace treaty can happen in between the time that happens.
and we'll have to go back to
How
get
would we know? I
Marcus's
don't know.
armor eventually, of course. Otherwise,
Yeah.
they'll sell it.
I mean, they won't sell it. We already kind of paid him money, so. But
He already said he would.
No, the blacksmith said she would sell it if he
Oh.
didn't show up. The enchanter did not.
Okay.
well, what if we run into trouble? I mean, Marcus could use that armor.
Also, that armor was a gift by my deceased wife.
Oh, you want to pull on the heartstrings, I see. Ouch.
He's always pulling the dead family card. Jeez, get over it already.
I mean, what's the vote? We got what one for Midgard and everyone else is no.
Well, if we go to Midgard, we can stop there, get Marcus's armor, stay for the evening, or the night, rather, and then teleport in the morning. I think that would be all right. As long as maybe we stay in Eelston's place if he lets us, or lets Gunny.
Yeah.
I do have the ability to contact Oscar once we're there. I can send him a message. I think if Marcus truly wants his armor, it sounds like he really does. Let's go for the evening. And then once the war is finished and all of the restrictions are lifted, Gunny, I promise we will take you to the Specky Library.
I'm just wanting to see if I can find some information about this token
Oh,
that was left.
well, perhaps I could go and...
Ilston can get him in, and the war, even with the evidence that he's been given, maybe the other king won't go for it, and it could still take weeks or months.
Well, if this is just gonna, well, let's just go. We're wasting a lot of time just
All
ifs
right.
and ands and
To
bets about
Midgard?
it.
Are you good
mean-
with that, Cedric?
I am good with that. Good with really anything.
All right.
I'm ready to
I don't
fight.
think I
Feeling
don't think
great.
even if CTR had an outgoing ring, I don't think they would be sending to Midgard right now.
An outgoing what?
So
Probably
You're
not.
muted, Steve. What? What did you say? An outgoing
the
ring?
outgoing teleportation circle,
Oh, no.
ascending circle.
No. No, this is definitely going to have to be done with the circle scanner.
Which
Doesn't
was given to
CTR
us
have a
by
teleportation
Erling.
circle? Like right in your home? Or did we just use the
Oh, yeah,
lawn?
we can go to
Talking
CTR,
about
but we
an
have no
outgoing
reason.
one.
Oh,
Talking about getting to Midgard.
talking
You
about
just wanna
marrying
see
Hertha.
Hertha.
Yeah, that's fucking right.
I've only heard bad things since we've left there about Hertha. Didn't know she ate a dog. That's a new one.
Marcus! What are you telling people?
I have not been telling anybody anything.
I've also heard that she gave all of my siblings swirlies. What is a swirly?
That was me. That was my rumor. I'm sorry. That was a funny one.
Oh my god. All right, so let's go to Midgard. And we'll find like an alley or somewhere that's like not going to be a big deal to let the circle scanner do the thing on the ground. Is there anywhere
Easy
grassy
enough.
or sandy? Dirt?
Yeah, there's a lot of dirt paths, especially alleyways in this city.
Nifrim will specifically look for something like that to do the circle scanner.
Yeah, easy enough. You find a secluded alley, and the a spot for it,
To Midgard we go.
You bring up your circle scanner interface on your Fragna device. Select Midgard. And loading bar starts as it starts loading up.
60 seconds, gents. Then we need to go, go, go.
And
Okay.
It's
bar-
not slow. No, no, no.
the
Now we gotta
bar
go, go,
fills
go.
up, and you aim it at the ground, and it starts as the circle lights up. But that's a story for next time.
Oh,
shit.
you bastard.
Son of
Oh,
a
God,
bitch.
it's already been 2 hours?
I know.
That time went
Hell!
fucking flew by.
Holy cow, right?
Oh, no. I wanted to go to Midgard and see Oscar.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think we got the name tags correct for Midgard, so we'll have that next week.
Oh, yeah, we got to do that. Didn't think about that.
Still working on updating all the overlays for Tyler there. That's okay.
We quit the whole
Lumbering.
time.
I love this side off. It's great.
Lumbering
Ladies
is here?
and gentlemen, well, they were. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Looks like the Jotunn Slayers are headed to Midgard, baby.
All right.
I mean, why a rush to stop an evil AI that is trying to take over the world or
Hey,
whatever?
hey, evil is a
Russian.
heavy word.
It sure is. Ladies and
Evil is a
gentlemen,
matter of perspective.
it's true. It's true.
It's true.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Unless
thank
you're
you
like murder.
Maybe she's
so
right and we're
much.
wrong. Who knows?
thank you so much for joining us. We love you, miss you when I'm not looking at you. And until next time, if I don't see you next week, I'll see you through the window. I don't know what it means, but it sounds
To the
fun.
walls. Let the sweat drip down my balls. All skeet, 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 motherfucker. All skeet, skeet, goddamn.